Hello, 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 all my yarny friends. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet, and I am so glad that you're here today. Today is Monday, so that means Mental Health Monday, and I decided to start this series because of finding out that January is Mental Health Month. So I thought, why not devote Mondays to this for a while? Um, so last week I talked about the benefits of crocheting and knitting and how it helps with your mental health. If you missed that, you can go back and check that out. That was from last Monday. But today I wanted to talk about something that is personal to me. Um, it's not really a mental health thing, but it's close to it. And I'm going to tell you how Trigeminal has helped me. Now, those of you that have been with me since I started my channel have heard about this, but I do have some new people here, so this will be new for you. What I want to talk about today is a condition that I was diagnosed with back in 2014, and it is called trigeminal neuralgia. They say it is a very rare disease. Um, Research that I looked up said there's less than 200,000 a year that are diagnosed with it. And that doesn't sound rare to me. If there's that many people getting diagnosed with this every year, now, yes, that could be worldwide, but still, that's a lot to me. So, the thing about neuralgia, trigeminal neuralgia, is it's very hard to diagnose in some cases, and I'm going to explain why in just a minute. And it's not a cure. There's no cure for it. It can be treated, thank goodness, but there's no cure for it. So what trigeminal neuralgia is, first of all, it's a condition of the trigeminal nerve, and this nerve starts at the base of the brain, and it comes around by your up this way by your temple, and it branches out into three branches across your face. I have a picture here to show you. Your trigeminal nerve, and like it's you can't see it, but it's like behind this drawing's ear, and you have three branches. This branch down by my jawline, this third branch, that's the one that's the branch that affected me. When this all started out back in 2014, I thought I was having dental issues. And that's another reason that's one of the reasons why trigeminal is so hard to diagnose, is because most of the time it's diagnosed as a dental issue. And that's not what it is. And people will go for years thinking they're getting dental treatment for it and nothing's helping. Uh, I thought that's what it was when I first started having symptoms. And the symptoms started off, it was really weird. It was very strange. The symptoms, I started having pain right here. And that's why I thought it was dental. I thought, oh, great, I'm going to have a root canal. I'm going to have, I was thinking of all these things because the pain was unbelievable. I had gone to work that morning, and the pain had gotten so bad that I went to my principal and I said, I really hate to do this, but I said, I am having some excruciating pain in my jaw, and I really think it's a dental issue. And she said, we will cover you. Go get it looked at. So I left work. I was teaching at the time. Left work, went, called my dentist, and they said, well, I'm sorry, we can't get you in until about 2 in the afternoon. And this was like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, something like that. And I said, well, whatever. I'm really hurting and I need to get this seen to. So I took the 2 o'clock appointment. Well, about 11 o'clock or close to that, somewhere around that, I started, instead of just pain in my jaw, every time I breathed in through my nose, a pain would hit my face that felt like somebody was jabbing a knife up my nose. I mean, I was like, what in the world? And then I started getting pain in my ear. This was all on my right side. I started getting pain shooting through my ear. Excruciating pain. So I thought, I cannot wait till 2 o'clock for this. So I decided I'm going to just make sure this is dental, and I'm going to go to my family doctor. Um, so I ran up to convenient care, to our local convenient care, and my family doctor was not in that at that time. So I saw the doctor that was on call, and it was okay because I love him. He's amazing too. So I got in there. And he said, "Oh, honey, you're in pain." I said, yeah." He said, "Tell me what's going on." And I told him about the jaw pain and the nose and the ear. And he said, "Stop right there. I know exactly what this is." He said, "I will be right back." And um, he printed off a page and brought it to me. He said, I am 99.9% sure that you have trigeminal neuralgia." And I went, "What in the ever loving world is that?" Just the name of it scared me. I thought, what is this? So he put me on some medication, and he set me up with a neurologist in Jackson, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half from me. And so I went there. I started going there. Well, by this point, I was in so much pain that my life was spent in my bedroom, lights out, no TV, black blackout shutter blackout blinds on my windows because I couldn't even stand light coming in the room. And that's where I lived for about 6 months. Because here's the deal. There's no cure for this. There's no real certain thing that will fix it per se. And before insurance will do any type of surgery or anything, you have to do a trial and error on so many medications, and the doctors have to list these and document these medications and document that they're not doing anything to help. So the best way that I could describe this pain was, if you could imagine somebody taking an ice pick and just jamming it in your ear as hard as they can over and over. I mean, that's as close to describing what this is like. My face would swell up because of the pain and the nerve being so irritated. And I would just be rocking in a fetal position and just screaming in pain. My husband about lost his mind because he's a fixer and nothing was fixing this. And it was tearing him to pieces seeing me in all this pain. But I had to go through the process. If insurance wouldn't pay a dime on the surgery unless all this was documented. So here I am spending about 6 months. Finally, the neurologist that I was seeing in Jackson said, "Okay, we're finished with the medication trials. None of this is working. I'm going to refer you to a neurological surgeon at Vanderbilt." I have been really blessed through this whole process because I am a part of a Facebook group for people with trigeminal, and there are people who have been suffering with this for years and are not getting any help. So I was truly blessed. I know with beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know that God was in control of this and he led me to the right people, because I was immediately diagnosed by our local doctor, who then sent me to the neurologist, who put me in touch with the neurologist, the surgical neurologist in Nashville that I was put in contact with was one of the pioneering surgeons for trigeminal neuralgia. The surgery I had is called DMV. Um, I'm gonna I'm going to butcher this to death. I never can remember how to actually say it. As I explain this, it'll probably hit me, and I'll say it in a minute, but that's the abbreviation for it. And so he he taught 5 other doctors how to do this procedure um, there at Vanderbilt. And so I had him, the person who developed this surgery, worked on me. I mean, can you get any better than that? And he started to explain to me the procedure and what it is. Decompressive vacuolar, no, it's MVD, something vascular decompression. I can't think what the first word is. But anyway, they went into the base of my skull. I've got a scar right back here behind my ear. They took out a quarter-sized piece of my skull and went in, and he said, what is causing your pain is, we don't know why, but the trigeminal nerve that runs back here, for whatever reason, there is a blood vessel that enlarges and puts pressure on the nerve. So, when you hit your finger or something, you can feel that throbbing. That's your blood coursing through. So every time that blood vessel would pump the blood and throb, every time it pumped, and it's doing this like boom, boom, boom. So every time it would do that, it was because it was enlarged, it was hitting that nerve. It was just like something back there just pounding on that nerve. And that's why I was having all the pain. I would be screaming. You would have thought somebody was ripping my limbs off of me as loud as I was screaming, but that's how bad the pain was. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's horrible. So he said, we're going to go in there. And what they did is they went in and they took mesh and they wrapped that blood vessel to decompress it, to take the pressure off the nerve. When I woke up in recovery, I immediately knew the pain was gone. It was like night and day. That lasted about 2 years and the pain came back. So then they moved me to doing what they call a balloon rhizotomy, where they take a long needle and that trigeminal nerve rests in that third branch I was affected by. It lies in a channel in your jawbone and goes up. So what they do is they take a long needle. I'm completely under for this. And this needle goes back to where that nerve is, and they blow a balloon up and they put pressure on the nerve, and it kills the nerve off. But here's what happens. That nerve will regenerate. So, since 2014, I have had to have a procedure every 18 months to 2 years. That's when it usually comes back. So, my last procedure was they've done 2 radiation treatments the last 2 times this has come back. I can no longer have any more radiation. That's all I can have. But my last radiation treatment was in 22. So summer of 24, spring or summer of 24, yeah, spring or summer of this year is my 18 to 2 year mark. Crossing fingers and praying that it lasts a lot longer. I'm still very numb. All of these since 2014, since my first procedure, it's caused the right side of my face to be numb. Now, it's not so numb that my mouth droops and all of that stuff, but it's numb. I can tell it. So I'm good with that. I would rather have a numb face than to have the pain that I was having. But y'all, when that pain comes back, it's not as intense as when I was first diagnosed. I'm not in screaming pain, but what happens is I can't chew, I can't brush my teeth, I can't talk. Anything to where my jaw is moving causes pain, makes it hurt even worse. So I have to just sit quiet. I have to eat soft foods like applesauce and mashed potatoes I live on that stuff till they can schedule me for surgery, for procedures. So, what has saved me through all of this? Well, my Lord and Savior for watching over and protecting me. That's number one. But crochet is what has been my saving grace through all this too. Um, because it helps me to stay calm. It helps me to stay focused on that. And I talked about that last Monday, how when you're working on crochet, your brain is focusing on one thing. So you're not worrying about all the other mess that's going on in your life. When your hands are in front of you, it's like your body is creating this protective bubble around you that nothing bad can get in. And that's what your body tells you. So, all of that together, it helps keep me calm when I'm going through all of this. So, when I go through this and when this hits again, if and when, because it's going to happen again, I just don't know when. Some people have 4 to 8 years of no pain after the radiation treatments. That would be amazing if that happened. But if it starts to come back again, I will be on here to tell you guys about it. But that is trigeminal, and they tell me all the time that it's a rare disease. And because of it being rare, there's no research being dedicated. There's not a lot of money being dedicated to the research for trigeminal to find a cure. So all we can do is these procedures and take medication um, to help with it. Now, I don't take medication regularly. When the pain comes back, I get on medication and I'm on it until I have my procedure. And then once the pain is subsided from the procedure, they wean me off the medicine. So I only take my medication during those times when the pain returns. But as long as the reason it comes back is because that nerve regenerates. So it's however long it takes for that nerve to regenerate is when the pain comes back. So until they find a cure, this is going to be a lifelong condition that I will have to deal with. But crochet is my go-to and lots of prayer when I am going through all of this. So anyway, this really hasn't been um, a crochet video today, but I just wanted to share with you, and it's not really been mental health, but I'm talking to you about the nerves in the face, and I did have to have open brain surgery to help with this, so it's kind of on the border of that. But I just felt like I wanted to share that because if you know someone that's going through this kind of pain and they think it's dental and dental's not doing a thing, get them to their doctor so that they can be referred to a neurologist and find someone that specializes in um, trigeminal neuralgia. Because if you just go to any doctor, they're not, there's a lot of doctors out there that are not familiar with this. I've run into doctors who've never heard of trigeminal, which blows my mind. But I was lucky enough to find a doctor that knew exactly and led me to the right people. And you can find that too. If you know of someone, get them, please urge them to get to a neurologist and get them to a neurologist that specializes in trigeminal. If you're close to Vanderbilt, that's where I suggest you go because the doctor that did my surgery is no longer there. He has moved to, I believe it's Pennsylvania, and he's teaching about trigeminal neuralgia where he's gone to. But the staff that he trained is absolutely top notch, 100% amazing. So if you're close to, if you think this could be something that you might have, you have to get referred by your doctor. But I would suggest if you're close to Vanderbilt University that you go to their neurological team and get this checked out. So, just wanted to share about that, and I hope it's been some help. I hope it will be of some help to someone. But just know that if you're dealing with chronic pain, chronic issues, health issues, crochet is one avenue that you can use that will help you to calm yourself and help you to cope. And so I am very thankful that crochet came into my life when it did, because I don't know where I would be without it. So, thank you guys for watching. If you've watched all the way through the end, I really appreciate it. That's what helps my channel. It helps this video to be seen. Give it a thumbs up. They don't cost you a dime to do that. And also, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Tomorrow is Tutorial Tuesday, and I will be, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I will be demonstrating how to do, let's see, last Tuesday was the basket weave, and this Tuesday I'm going to demonstrate the waffle stitch. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to do the waffle stitch, tune in Tuesday for that. I also am going to do a double feature tomorrow. I will have the tutorial posted that morning, and then in the afternoon, I just got a big box of Hirschner's yarn in, and I'm going to open that box up tomorrow, and that'll be the second video. I'm going to do two videos tomorrow, and I'm going to show you what I got in my Hirschner box. So stay tuned. A lot of fun stuff going on with Critters Crochet, and I cannot wait to share everything with you guys. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you tomorrow for Tutorial Tuesday. Have a great Monday, guys. Bye bye.